So before I start working here, one second. What is the first thing that we have to do? I want to work on this folder. So what is that I have to do?
Check in all.
Think again. What is check in all?
So we update all.
Check, checkered tree.
Yeah,
Checkout.
update all is the first one and followed by the checkout or the checkout tray. Okay, so first I will open W3 school site where I can find more tables. Some random table is what I have taken. So today let us work on this random table. Okay. So in to start the scanning, shift right click, scan HTML. Select the application. Okay. Now simply say select on screen here. Choose the table that you want to scan. Say select on screen here. Maximize it. So this is the table I am talking. Okay. So now it is non-unique. How can I make it unique? Just select any parameters like last name or inner text of this table. Yes, this has become unique. And now so until now whenever we are working on different controls, what is that we have done? After working on it, we simply say finish screen. Am I correct? And look at the properties of the table. Unlike other parameters, see, table has got some steering parameters. Decisive columns, header rows, ignore invisible table content and all. What are these three columns? Where do we get these three from? Usually, if you remember, we discussed about condensed mode, basic mode, we know finish screen, highlight selection, select on screen, identify by, and this DOM structure related ones. But did we ever discuss about this show content preview?
No.
This show content preview will always help us in the tables. So if I click on this show content preview, see, it will show me how my table looks like. My table has, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns in it, and it has these details in the rows. And this is the place where I can see, like, does my table have any header column? If for suppose I have a header column in this side, then I can just tick mark it here. See, then automatically header column, another parameter has come up. And also I can decide Where is my header column or the row? For suppose my header column starts from the third row. Okay, third column, and same way from the third row. See, then I have marked it. And now, if you observe, every time when you mouse over on the cells, you can see their particular count, like positions, the numbers, x-axis and y-axis sort of. See, you can see the coordinates here. Okay, now if I mouse over on this one, see, $1, comma $1 means there are two types of indexings for tables actually. One is by using the dollar sign, and another one is by using the hash sign. What is dollar sign? Dollar sign means excluding the header. Count by leaving the header. Don't include headers in your counts. Hash is by including the header. Okay. For suppose, I'll give you an example here again. I am saying $1 or $2. This means, okay, so this is the first header, right? This is the $1, this is $2, and the same way this is the $2 here. Okay. In the same way, when I say #2, that means it includes the header. So you should start counting from the header. So this is #1, this is #2. Okay, that is how we will count when it is dollar and when it is hash. And now, this is the place
Can you please,
where we can,
can
yes.
you please repeat again this one? Dollar hash. I missed that.
Yeah, I will tell you again, once again. Okay. So this is the place where you can decide this header columns, header rows and all, and you can see your table clearly. Now, first suppose, Ramya, I don't know about this. I did not do anything. So can we change again? Yes, obviously you can change your modules that you already have your control waiting. Okay. And now, for suppose, so every time whenever you have this control, whenever you have this header rows and all, identify them. What is your header row, or do you have any header column or not? If you have, only then select these. Okay, so only then these parameters will show up. And after once everything is done, simply hide this content preview and say finish screen. And now let us see one more time about the indexing part. For suppose, think like I want to work on this, let me take any value. Okay, I want to work on this Mexico DF, the second row city Mexico DF. So what are the different ways I can tell about this cell? So there are two ways in representing the cells in the tables. One is by giving the row number first, followed by the column number or the column name. Okay. In the same way, the second way is by giving the column number first or the column name followed by the row number. Now, again within this representation, you have dollar and hash. So now if you say, if you are representing in the dollars, okay, so what would be the row number for this Mexico DF? If we are calculating as per dollar, dollar means exclude the header and then start counting. Your one should not be the header. So this is 1, this is 2. Am I correct?
Yes.
And in the same way, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth one. So it would be $2, comma $5. In the same way, if we are representing it in the column number, comma row number, the same. $5, comma $2. Anyways, it is the same. It is the way how you want to represent. Now, if you are taking hash instead of dollar, so what would be the row number for this?
#3, #6.
#3 is fine. And here, do you have any header column?
No.
So now what is the hash position? 5 only, right? If we have any header column or something, then we might have #6 and all. But currently we don't have it. So it is the same. #5.
#3.
One more benefit in Tosca is every time, any time, if you declare one header row, okay, so that time you can use the name of the column also instead of mentioning the number. So now every time whenever I want to work on this city column, I need not mention the number as 5 and all by using dollars, hash and all. I can directly mention it as city also sometimes. Okay, even that works fine. So now let us see it from terms of Tosca. Whenever we scan a table, usually you will get it in this way. Table. And in this table, you can see two things. One is the row and another one is the column. Just give me 1 minute. రాత్రి అక్కడ పెట్టావు కదా ఆ బ్యాగ్ లో పెట్టేసి ఉంటాడు చూడు. Usually in the table, you will see the row and the column. And inside this row, you will have a cell. Inside this column, you will have a cell. It depends on you how you have to start the process. Like if you know the column number followed by the row number, then you will go for this one. If you know the row number followed by the column number, then you will go for this one. Now let's see all different ways of indexing and see whether they are working fine or not. So drag this module first and drop it onto a dummy test case. Can I drop it here?
No.
Why?
Yes, Ramya, we can drop it.
Actually, I did not check out my folder, so I
Oh, yeah.
cannot. Okay. So now again, I'm dragging my module and dropping onto this dummy test case. Okay. Now, see, two ways. Either I can go with row number followed by column number or column number followed by the row number. Let's see each one. First, we will go with row number followed by column. So, what is the row I need to work on? If I am calculating it based upon the hash or the dollar, again, there are two things. So first we will go with the dollar. With dollar, it is $2, $5. So simply the first row number is nothing but the $2. Just give it over here. And next here $5. And now let us buffer that particular value into a cell called RC, RC dollar. Okay, this is the name of my buffer. Okay, in the same way, I am calculating another one. So see, this row, once I entered the details, it came up once again. So what would be the cardinality for this?
0 to n.
Might be 0 to n or 1 to n. Might be something with n. That is correct. See, 0 to n. So I can perform n operations. So now again, now we are done with dollar. The next other way is hash. Hash 3 and hash 5. And here also I will buffer its value into a buffer called RC hash. And now I will start working on the same again, but this time instead of numbers of the columns, I will give the name of the column. I'll give $2. It's anything, like you can either give dollar or anything. And here, if you click on this small drop down, you can see the list of names. So, and I am able to edit the name in the test case section. So what would be the property?
City.
No, think again. I am saying I am able to edit the name property here in the test cases. So what would be the property given and what is the type of parameter?
Explicit name.
Yes, what is the type of the parameter of explicit name?
Index.
No, it's explicit name. And what is the type of that particular explicit name parameter?
Configuration parameter.
Yes. So here if you observe, see, it has explicit name with these values. So that is the reason you are seeing these small drop downs here. Okay. And now here simply select city. This is your city name, column name. And now the same way buffer and here let's give it as RC simply. Okay. And now let us start indexing from column onwards. So let's work on this one. So if it is column, first it is $5. Am I correct? And then inside this $5, what is the cell that I need to work on? $2. And see buffer and CR dollar. And now again with the hash indexing. Hash 5 remains the same, but only the row number is what is changing. You can go with anything. I am showing you all possible types. Okay. So you can choose one type and you can stick to it. Okay. So these are the different types. I am just running this test step. So what would be the value in my buffers? Will I get different values or will I get the same value?
Same.
We will get the same value. We are just changing the ways how we are identifying. One way is we can identify it by using $2 and $5. One way is by using the hash 3 and hash 5. One way is by using the numbers, or else you can start with column followed by row numbers. And in the same again $hash concept here. Okay, either column number first, row number next, or row number first, column number next. Okay, it depends on you. You can follow any one way. I just showed you all ways here. See, in all these, you can see all of them has been set to value Mexico DF. So this is how you usually work with tables. Still there is a lot more to learn from the tables. Until here, any questions, any doubts?
Remember the last one, last two, $5, $2, $5, $3. Can you please repeat once?
Yes. Hello.
So Ramya, the last two one, right? $5, $2, $5, hash 5,
Yeah,
hash 3.
this is
That
column
concept.
number followed by row number, Raghu.
Okay.
Okay. You have this column, right? So if you know the column number first, then go for this one. Any other questions?
Ramya, here we are given city, right? For the row name.
Sorry?
So we are given the city as a row.
Yes.
Okay. So here we have a row. So that is the reason we are given city. If there is a column, can we give the
Can give it.
column name? That is option is there or not?
Yes, yes. You will get it here automatically. You can give it.
We can specify the row number also, row name also, right? If
Yes.
row header is there.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So now we have seen how do we steer. Okay. And let us discuss how do we find the row count, column count also. And I will stop the topic today. What I want all of you to do is please practice this part well today. Don't miss it out. Tomorrow we will talk about embedded controls in the tables, which is bit complex topic and all. Okay. So please practice this well. If you know how to steer the tables only, then you can work on the other ways, like on the part 2. Or else again it would be a confusion for you. We will also discuss about constraint action mode tomorrow. So that is also one very important feature and one mostly asked interview question. So please practice this part and only then you can understand the other part. Okay, before we close this topic, I'll take up another one also. So what are the different properties of this? So I'm dragging this module once again and dropping it here. So we know that we are working on a table. How can we get the row count or the column count of the tables? Row count or column count of any table are nothing but the properties of that specific table. So now, in order to fetch the row count and all I need to do is click on this property drop down against this table. Okay. And in the property, simply mention row count. R and C should be capital. And here give the name of the buffer like total rows or total columns, whatever, and select the action mode as buffer. Then you will see an arrow mark also here. And now if I run this particular test step, it will fetch me the row count. What is the row count of this table? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the header. You will always get it including the header. There is no, even header is part of the table. And you are asking how many rows are there in the table. So every time it will fetch you the row count including the header. So 6 rows are present. See here, these are the 5 rows plus 1. So 6 rows. In the same way, if you want the column count, let me copy this and paste it here again. Yes. So if we want the column count, instead of row, it would be column count. Okay. And change the buffer name. Total columns. And simply run this. What is the column count? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. See, column count has been set to value 7. This is how we find the row count and the column count of a table. So today we saw how do we scan a table, how do we see the preview of it and decide whether it has any header row or header column and update accordingly. Okay. And how do we start indexing the table? There are two ways. One way is by using the dollar sign. The other way is by using the hash sign. And you can go either with row number first followed by column number, or else column number first followed by the row number. And we saw the different types of indexing also. And then we discussed about the row count and the column count of the tables. Any questions? Any doubts? Is it clear till here?
Ramya, any application we can go for this way only, right? For table.
Yeah,
Any
table. Any table we will go in this way only.
Okay.
Okay. And yes. So okay. So please do practice till here. Okay. And don't skip it. So tomorrow we will discuss about the constraint action mode and the embedded controls. But before we start tomorrow's class, you should know how to steer the tables properly, or else you will be lost. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.
Thanks, Ramya.
Thanks, Ramya.